cup. You're bubbly, dog. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough. I wanna live right now. Baby, I'm as young as the night. I wanna dance right now. On the floor, I feel so alive. Don't stop, turn it up. 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 Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We're going hard. Pour some more into my cup. Sparkling star. Crystal glitter all over. Get
Baby, you better cut it out. Did y'all not hear all that jamming music, all that good vibes? If you did not, and you're wondering where you are, you are here with me, your girl, Angela A. Love Lewis, at the SheEO Center stage. Yes, tonight is the night that we are here highlighting and spotlighting amazing individuals, women who are out here doing their thing in the marketplace. And I'm telling you, this is exactly where you want to be. So if you're here now, shout out and tell me hello. Let me know you in the place. Make sure you get on your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, whatever you have. Share this broadcast out, because trust and believe somebody's getting ready to be on here that you need to hear from, that you've been waiting for her to share all of her secrets. Well, maybe not all of them, just a little something, right? But y'all know if she shares one thing, it's going to be the bomb thing, right? So if I have not already told you, my special guest tonight on the SheEO Center stage is none other than Luxe Queen Honeybee. Y'all know Miss DIOR, baby. She does big things. She's out here in the honey world. So come on in, Luxe Queen. How are you? I'm so excited.
I am good. How are you, A-Love?
Listen, I have been anticipating all day talking to you, because if y'all don't know, listen, this is my sister and I love her, but everybody who comes in contact feels the exact same way. So she got plenty of honey, sisters, brothers, cousins, everybody just want to claim her because she's just that fine, right? Yes. So I'm excited. And DIOR, just because I think that everybody in the world knows you from, Barack and Michelle on down to, I just think everybody got a little bit of honey. Everybody, passed the word on. They probably had honey on their Christmas table this time.
Yeah.
Those boxes were beautiful. The holiday boxes were amazing. And so please tell people who you are, ma'am, and what you do.
Okay, so I am DIOR, Luxe Queen Honeybee, the owner of Truth Honey, an elegant brand, and the owner of the Dolce de Miel. So I am a Black female urban beekeeper. I wanted to change the way that consumers view and purchase honey, and we wanted to do it on an elegant style and unique bottle style. So that's me in a nutshell, just a little bit.
But y'all hear that just a little bit in a nutshell. Listen, girl, this get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? When people be like, it's just a little something. Listen, when it is huge, you hear me? Phenomenal. When she said an urban beekeeper, babe, who know that? Who know people like that? We do, because we know Luxe Queen, right? She's out here making an impact in a industry that you very seldom see successful Black women, So right. When she shows up, you automatically know that she's bringing the difference. She's bringing the flavor. She's bringing the authenticity and the uniqueness that you don't typically see. From the branding to the products, she is showing up. And so that's why, we want to have her, not only because, she's not only an urban beekeeper, but also because she is out here, on the SheEO leadership team. She handles things, honey. Listen, she's over cares, and she really just represents what we all want to see when it comes to being on the center stage. Somebody being able to tap into what we do and let us know, how did you get here? How did you become successful? So Dior, let's just start from the beginning, because this is such a great story. Every time I hear you talk about it, it just blows my mind. And I want to be able to share that with our audience tonight. So first and foremost, who got you connected to getting interested in becoming a beekeeper?
Okay, so it all started when my brother and I got together. We wanted to do the farm. So, in our community, we have a lot of chemicals and pesticides, on the food. And so we wanted to grow up vegetables and give it to the community, and then start, learning about agriculture and sustainability. My grandfather always grew vegetables, like his whole backyard and land. And my great grandmother had land, and everybody had vegetables. And he would say, grow your vegetables, right? Back then, when I was younger, I was like, okay, granddad, you be out there and you see it, but you think about the way that they paved the way for us to do these things. And so my brother said, okay, we need to harvest honey. Being that I was doing makeup and I know what honey can do for your skin and things like that, I said, let me think about it. I want to do it elegantly. I want to do it differently. I want to do what is not in the store. I want to give the people an experience in their mouth with the honey. I want to change the way that consumers view and purchase honey. Because if you think about it, a lot of us think about, oh, let's do honey and put it in our tea. So for me, when I started doing the research on the benefits of honey, which is like the antioxidants and all of the things that, of course, I call it liquid gold because it doesn't have a shelf life. It goes all the way back to when the Egyptians put the honey in the tombs with the pharaohs, right? So it's so much more to it than just, oh, let's put some honey in the tea. And so prior to this, we were getting ready to launch in a Buckhead gift shop, right? And so we was doing like a big event. We had all the social media connects out there. We had Jasmine Guy. We had just Tyler Perry people. It was so many news anchors, right? And so for me, the day before the day before we were getting ready to launch, I had a minor fender bender, right? So the guy in the lane in front of me, he stopped. The person on the side of me came, and I bumped into him from the back because he stopped. And so he was like, oh no, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. The police let it go. I went to the hospital though, because of course at the heart impact like that, you want to go. And so that's when they found like a nodule on my upper respiratory lung. And I was like, what? When you get these things, you just kind of be like, oh my God, no.
Right.
So I called my brother up and he was like, okay, we're going to pray. Prayer changes things. And I'm like, okay. So got home. The hospital monitored me, and then I got home. So I drove myself home. Got home, started prepping for the next day, which is our lunch, right? When I tell you, the team worked from the time I got home to about, the next, like that 12 o'clock part of the night or whatever. So, or maybe a little further on into the morning. But as everybody was leaving, my son got up. It was like, okay, it's time to go to school. Let me take you to school. On the way to the school, I was just thinking like, as I reflect back, because I did have an anniversary, as I reflect back to that day, like normally in the car, somebody would be calling, talking to me, music be playing, just something, and it was just silent. So I'm like, okay. And on the way back, all I remember is I went off the embankment, airborne into a tree. And like, the doctors was like, I heard the guy in the ambulance say, you are not supposed to be alive. That's what he was telling.
Wow.
It was like, you're not supposed to be alive, right? And so I was airborne into the tree. Pow, right inside. And a lot of people, I was like, well, what was going on in your mind inside the car? That's one of our documentaries or whatever. Yeah. So we gotta share, we're gonna share that part. And so hit the tree, came down. There was this guy at the top of the hill, but it wasn't a normal guy. I know it's my guardian angel, because you can see through the eyes to the soul. So, I'm like, this ain't just a regular, and so he had his hand on his hips like, okay, are you ready to come out this? Because you got work to do. That's what the look was, right?
Wow.
And so they were pulling me out. The lady in the neighboring neighborhood, this is all happening before the lunch. The lady in the neighboring neighborhood came and was like, all I heard was this loud crash and screaming. And she said, and then I see this little girl. She said, this little girl that looks like she should be in school somewhere. Like, and I'm thinking, I was like, that's all okay. And so I'm in the ambulance. I never forget that. I'm in the ambulance. I got my neck all tight, just done. My brother say, we not going to the event. So all I could do was kind of, I can't turn, I can't move. I'm just looking like, and I told him, I was like, come in this ambulance. Let me tell you something. I said, you're gonna go. I'm alive, so still go do it, right?
Right.
He was like, are you sure? I said, go. I am alive. Okay. And so for me, I didn't know what the reason behind it as of yet. I didn't know what the reason behind it for the accidents and the back-to-back accident, because we were working. Now remember, our name is Truth Honey. So I always tell people to walk in their truth, because it's your story. You walk in it, you speak in it, you live it, and you know it, right? And so after that, everybody was like, are you asking my brother and the people that team with us, are you Dior? And they was like, no, she's been in a bad accident. She's at the hospital. And everybody was like, what? And so fast forward, the doctor put me on over 45 medications, right? Wow. And so for me, my body was rejecting it. It seemed like, the enemy like to attack, right? When you're getting ready to do something great. So for me, it's my mouth, it's my body. It's because I'm constantly in front of people. I'm constantly speaking. I'm constantly touching. I'm constantly, in that space. And so my body was just, it was bad. It was depression. It was migraines. It was, I'm blanking out. I could be 5 minutes from a job. I could be blanking out, like literally forgetting where I am. I could have nerve pain. It was just everything. And so I called my brother. I said, man, I can't do nothing. He was like, okay, give me a second. I'll call you back. He sent me some recipe to try for your stamina to, lower my blood pressure and cholesterol. Right. And so I sat at the table. And I say this, and so hold on while I let me get this, because I sat at the table, right? Sitting at the table, there is a bottle that I always have. If you notice, I'm always holding a bottle, right? Okay. So I sat at the table, and my bottles was sitting on the table. Bottles of honey, and I was just sitting here like, God, this is me and God having this conversation. I said, okay, I'm in so much pain. I don't know what to do. I can't take this medicine. Like, what is the purpose? And so all of a sudden it was, look at the table. I'm looking at the table like, what? You know how you just go through, you be like, what? And
exactly. So, you got to make it look clear for me, Lord. I ain't getting it.
Okay. And he said, I've given you the things of the earth to heal the body. So you need to utilize what you're telling other people to do. Everybody's getting healed or having great reports. You need to utilize what you're doing, right? And so I said, okay, God. I said, well, you got to give me a recipe for this, because I don't know what to do. So that's when he gave me the Rejuvenate Wellness Drink and Honey. And so as I began to take the Rejuvenate, and I named it Rejuvenate because it rejuvenates the body. And so as I began to take the honey, right, daily, like I faithfully took the honey, my body began to heal. And so the doctors was like, I know you're not taking that medicine. What are you doing? Because I know you're not. I said, well, my God is a healer. That's number one. Okay. First and foremost, my God is a healer. And I just stood out on faith. Right. And so we did that, and from there is what you see now out here. And so of course there's so much that God is doing. It's like you cannot not speak on the things that he's done for you, like in your
Yeah.
life. And so
Yeah.
I never forget that we did our first launch, our very first soft launch at Bountiful Blessings Church Ministries. We sold into that ground, and from there it's just been going. But God has taken me on these journeys and these paths
Mhm.
because it's needed for when I'm out speaking or ministering to people.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. And as you were talking, I was putting up the different comments because people are like, wow, that's amazing. That's good. And the thing about a Dior, I think that really blows people's mind is because typically when we're talking about honey, baby, we like it, Popeyes or KFC or somebody, girl, get some honey for some biscuits. And that's about as far as it goes. For some others, they may say, okay, well, I do know that honey is good for skin. And so they may do, facials and things like that, to put
Right.
it in their little mask to make their, faces a little bit better. But when it comes down to the healing properties, when it comes down to you talking about doing research, for how the ancient Egyptians used to, bury their people and it was honey in the tombs, you go from there to being in a major accident. And from there, being able to tap into not only how good honey tastes, because
Yeah.
y'all, we missed the beginning. She said, because they want y'all to have that experience in your mouth. So let's back that on up and make sure you get that point, right?
Right.
The experience in your mouth of the
Mhm.
taste of honey. But then
Mhm.
you understand that it's more than that. She's tapped into something that God has given us to use for so
Right.
much more than just the taste, and it's the healing properties. And so when they talk about when you're out here doing something, you are your own best advertisement. And so
Right.
I love that you were able to tap in and create something that helped you to bounce back from the things that you were going through, from
Mhm.
all of the different injuries, and soreness and muscle aches and all the other things
Yes.
you had going on, to help you to feel better, look better, be
Mhm.
better, and
Mhm.
then be able to promote that out to other people. And so that's, to me, the beauty of, why I love doing center stages, because sometimes people just get the surface. They just think, oh, okay, well, she's doing that. Okay, good for
Right.
her. I like
Right.
that. Yes, girl, high five. But when you can get on here and you can share your story and people can start relating and it can resonate with them, now baby, when I when I buy me some honey from the Lux Queen, baby, it's deeper than just me going to Publix or
Right.
Kroger or wherever you go and get some honey. I'm really sewing into somebody who has proven, who's done the research, who's done the work, who showed up authentic to give us a product that's going to help me in multiple ways. So,
Yes.
Dior, let me ask you this, because we started off and you mentioned Truth Honey.
Mhm.
So, how has your product evolved from the beginning with Truth Honey?
So when we started, right, we wanted to be a multi-faced company
Uh-huh.
where we're in the schools talking about agriculture and sustainability
Okay.
through Saving the Honeybee program, right? So we have the Save the Honeybee nonprofit, saving the lives of the honeybee, and from there we went to okay, let's do grilling honey. So we started off with medicinal honey, so that's that bourbon with for hot toddies, and the turmeric, and then the turmeric ginger, so we went there. And then we went from the medicinal to the gourmet, which gourmet is considered like peach honey,
Mhm.
strawberry banana honey. And then we went to premium, and then we went to the wellness drink. So now, mind you, we did have over 45 flavors. So as we started and we was doing vendor events, we had all the honey on the table. So people were just like, oh my God, this is just great. They were just going through down the line, right? Then we had to scale back and say, okay, we need to do our premium honeys, and we need to figure out what is going to be the need of the community. Because what I wanted to start with was, I wanted to start with, this is a additive for a healing component in the body. Now we don't say, now, you know, we could say, hey, it heals the body because we know it, but then that goes into a deeper FDA and all of that. So when you say pure and natural honey, because that's what we are, then we can say it helped ease in, right? And I let other people tell their testimony from what the honey has done for them. And so from there, you know, you get your reviews. But it all started, we didn't even have labels on our bottles. We had like little letters that says L for lemon or you know, P for peach, right? And so I was just like, okay. So when we first started, we did an event. It's a high power attorney. She was like, oh, I don't even have vendors at this end of the year Christmas party, but I want y'all there. I was like, okay. So we had all of this whole spread. And what I learned was, and what God was showing me was, it doesn't matter what you have. If you trust me, then I'll make room for you, right? And so as we got there, when I tell you we sold out, this is our first like live event with no labels on the bottles, okay? So when we sold out, we were just like, what? And so the funny part about it is my hairstylist is the one that was like, go get your honey samples out the car. Now, mind you, this is a mutual friend of ours. However, business is business, right? And personal first. So as a power attorney, I'm looking at like, this is business. This is, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know how she operates. And so she was like, okay, girl, go. And my hairstylist, go get it. Go get it. I mean, she pushed us. And so sometimes God will put somebody here to nudge you because you are not taking that leap that you need to, because you're scared, but go ahead and do it, right? And so I went out to the car and I let her say, she was like, oh my God, this is so good. What is this? Okay. And so we set up. And so I said, okay. Now God said, now I know you work in this corporate job, right? But this is not where you're going to end. I don't care how much you are moving up in the company, but this is not it. I have a prophet. He was telling me, he's like, now, you know, you're not going to be there long. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, here we go. Right. I'm like, I just got a promotion. What are we saying? And so then, you know, then the accident happened and all of that. So my goal was to give an experience when it comes to the honey, not just, okay, I'm coming to taste the honey in a bottle, but I wanted people to see us as who we are, because, you know, it's kind of hard breaking into an industry where it's predominantly white, and I am a Black female. However, I don't look like the average beekeeper. So we're doing it non-traditionally. And so the end goal was what you see now, right? And all the things that we've accomplished. But again, I had to trust God, knowing that, yes, I was making a lot of money. Yes, I got laid off at the time that I just got promoted. But I'm like, okay, God, am I going to miss a beat? But I didn't stumble. And I was like, okay, this is what you have me, and this is what you want me to do. I'm going to do it. So, yeah.
Come on. I love it. I love it. And honey, the comments blowing up. They just like, won't he do it? Yes. Say that. Trust God. Look at God. I love when, you know, people tie in how God has really helped to be instrumental in your business. And so what I'm going to do, because we've given people a little taste of what the Luxe Queen brand represents and how DIOR has really utilized her gifts and all of the things that God has given her to put her brand out here. And it has really taken off. So I want to say that we're going to bring her back in a minute so that she can really kind of, you know, give you all some inspiration and something that can, you know, help you maybe think about your business in a different way. But we're going to cut to a commercial, honey, because listen, the founder, y'all know Kelly A. Bowens is the founder of the SheEO District, and we are about to step out 2023 doing it big. Listen, I'm going to let her, we're going to get ready to show this commercial so y'all can see what we got up our sleeves, honey, in January, and you better meet us there. You hear me?
It's there.
Ladies, it's that time of year again, and we are claiming the year of 2023 as the year of profitable. Join us Saturday, January 21st for our first annual SheEO Vision Board Brunch at the Table, located in Smyrna, Georgia. Hosted by the fabulous DIOR Luxe Queen Honeybee herself. Featuring SheEO Small Talk speakers, Jasmine D. Millhouse, founder of Purpose to Fly, Angela Sims, founder of League of Girlfriends, Monica G, owner of Red Carpet Events, and Angela A. Love Lewis, owner of We Shine Media Solutions. Get ready to be hyped up on the black carpet with the Hype Me Up Queen herself, Keisha Spencer. And giving us our final charge for the year, Minister Ilyasa Simpson of the Charge Room. Vendor opportunities are available, so head on over to thesheeodistrict.com and secure your seat today. We'll see you there.
All right, so we're getting ready to go, Dior. Like I said, whatever you want to share with the ladies, by all means, we're gonna step off a little bit and let you just shine, honey, and give them the Lux experience, baby.
Oh, Lord. So, this year has been a year of blessings and trials and tribulations and health scares and all of the above that I'm sure everyone has gone through. What I want to leave with you is that no matter what the situation looks like, always, always, always trust God. I know we always say, okay, God, is it going to happen? Are we going to do this? But that means you're wavering and you're not trusting the fact that God is going to give you what he said he's going to give you. He's going to supply all your needs, no matter how rough it looks. Have faith. Faith the size of the mustard seed, okay? And faith without works is dead. So God sometimes put you in these predicaments or these situations to see if you, one, going to have the faith that he's going to bring you out, two, to see if you're going to work it out and do what you have to do in order to get out. And so sometimes we fail, and that's why we're still standing in the same space that we were in. And so just think about it. Always acknowledge God in all that you do. Always trust God and always walk in your truth. Let me tell you, walk in your truth. I am a living testimony. So walk in your truth and he'll never fail you.
You can't get better than that, baby. Walk in your truth and he will never fail you. And listen, I love it. Come on, honey. That's what I'm talking about. Truth Honey Dior. Follow her on Facebook. Go to her IG, the page of Truth Honey. Go to the website. And Dior, I'm going to let you tell them all about that.
Okay. So our website is... Oh, okay. So our website is truthhoney.com. You will find all of our unique blends, handcrafted, flavored honey. And you should check us out. Let me tell you, I have this one last thing. I am so honored because I just got word that the Queen of Wa, which is in the Ivory Coast of Africa, received my honey box, the white and gold honey box. And she was like, I love it. This is amazing. I need this in my life. And so because God will put you in rooms that you can't even imagine, and he will speak before you even go. I'm just so amazed at all the wonderful things that is happening. And I'm telling you, you be around people that love you, that treats you good, you do the same for them, God will bless you. Hands down. That's it.
Hands down. You hear me? Listen, that is such an amazing accomplishment. And I just really want to shout out for all of the ladies. Hey, Karen Campbell, for all of the ladies who are on here. When we talk about the SheEO Center stage, this is what it means. And Brother Pat says, congratulations. Somebody else said, yes, come through African Queen Connections. That's what I'm talking about. It is the fact that your gifts will make room for you. And Dior is an excellent example of, really, and I believe I'm going to go back up because I know Reverend Pat pretty much, she said, always acknowledge him, always trust him and walk in your truth. Yes and amen. That's what is such a wonderful thing. And when you look at the things that Dior has been able to accomplish, being in position to be a little different from the norm when it comes to this industry. She has been able to mark her niche. She's been able to make connections. She's been able to get her products, not only here in the United States, but baby, over there, honey, in other countries are enjoying her products. She's met celebrities. I'm talking about the honeybee wanting to take a picture with the Lux Queen herself, right? They skinning and grinning and cheesing just like everybody else, right? Because they want to get in there and get that honey. And This is really just to show that when you're humble, when you're obedient, when you do what God tells you to do, He allows you to continue to evolve and get better and better. As y'all heard her say, she's given so many gems. If you missed it, go back and check out the replay and figure out some of the things she said to help you with your business. Because really, center stage is a twofold thing. It's giving you an opportunity to get visibility, and it's also giving you an opportunity to learn some nuggets, some tips, some things that maybe some other entrepreneur is doing that maybe you can implement, or maybe it gives you a little insight on what you're doing to help you be successful in your business as well. So sure, everything DIOR does is in excellence. I don't think I've ever seen her not show up in a way that been amazing, and that's why I love being connected to her. Reverend Pastor, y'all are going to make me move to Georgia and attend all of the amazing events at the SheEO. Hey, you better come on.
Come on through.
We'll look he'll know where to find you. So come on. Yes, Fancy. Yes, she has. Yes, Kelly said, honey, always on point. Truth DIOR is a beautiful person inside and out. Listen, she represents her brand so hard. I didn't even realize that was actually her real name. The best I've ever had. Come on, Karen. I know that's right. Listen, that says a lot when you have people who can vouch for you and your product. And with DIOR, it's a twofold thing. She's the bomb, but so is her product. And so when you put them together, honey, you got the LUXE brand, and that's what you need to kind of follow. So make sure y'all go to truthhoney.com. Tap into some of the gourmet honeys that she has. Look at some of the medicinal products that she has. It's so much that you can get from what she has to offer. DIOR, I'm going to let you say whatever it is as far as a parting word to everybody before we close this center stage broadcast out.
Okay, well, first, thank you guys so much for all of your kind words. I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have the support of everybody. So I always have to say thank you, because I'm very honored for that. But I also want to say that in business, if you are a believer in your own product, brand, or whatever it is you have, then the rest of the world will believe in it just as much as you. And if you are going to do it, do the doggone thing. Look, like Angela say, show your whole in those streets if you're gonna do it, okay? Because at the end of the day, time waits for no one, right? And if God has given you this talent, do it, because He can take it away and give it to somebody else. Now, while you sitting on it, holding it, and wondering if you should do it or can I do it, somebody else will be done did it for you, okay? And so I need for everyone to just be strong, trust God, and do your doggone thing. I'm telling you, because you'll win every time. And it's not about being in competition with anybody. You know how many people out here do honey, but I feel that I'm the best to ever do it. And just that's how God makes it for me, right? So, just do it and feel that way and know that God is going to make a way. That's all I keep saying is, I am so grateful for life. I am so grateful for health. It's so much that has happened that y'all be like, really? You going through that? You don't even look like it. Don't look like what you're going through. Okay. God is going to all I can say is just God is going to do it. What I tell you, this year, it has been such a phenomenal year. I'm ready to go into 2023. It's so much more that we got to do. And I'm here to help anybody who needs some help to do it. Okay.
I love it. I love it. Listen, Kelly said, stand 10 toes on that.
That's
right.
I
am the best at what God has called me to do, period.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the SheEO district. We want you to have that level of confidence in what you do. The center stage is all about you positioning yourself to show people who you are and what you're about. And the only person, the best person who can promote your product is you, period. Yeah. And I love it because, Deion Sanders been saying, baby, honey, I don't even wear cologne, baby. This confidence I got, baby, make everybody
right.
That's the confidence you need to have in what you have, what you're doing. every single day. And if you can't get it, get connected to people who talk it, who walk it, so that it will rub off on you. Because I promise you, when you believe in you, when you believe in what you do, and the thing about it with DIOR is, it's not just in the honey, it's when she shows up and she hosts an event. It's when she shows up and she, you know, is giving a word. Whatever she does, it's always in excellence. It's always at 110%, if not 125 or 130, baby. She is bringing it every single time. And that's what you want to have, that level of confidence, that level of energy, the vibe where people can connect to you. Because people ain't, we ain't doing dishwater this year, baby. 2023, we're not doing dishwater.
Okay.
Non-thing. You hear me? Not doing it. We're not doing it. But
Not
listen,
at all.
not at all, honey. Listen, nothing mediocre about it. So make sure, meditate on that piece, right? We're not being mediocre in 2023. So whatever you need to do, whoever you need to connect to, make that happen. Make sure that you get in the spaces and the places where people are operating and moving like you want to. And I'm talking about, even if you don't feel like you're there, trust and believe your circle can impact what you do in life on every level. Financially, in business, in your relationship. Listen, even to the point of, if you feel like my marriage is shaky and rocky, get around some women who love being married, who who lift them up, because that's going to make you see some different things that will help you. If you feel like your spiritual game is weak, then get around some strong Christians, some people who really believe, so that you can get your game and get your positioning up, so that you can start operating like that. If your money game is low, then get around people who know how to manage their money and who make money, because they will be able to rub off on you. Whatever you are, wherever you are lacking in life, find some people who are doing that, baby. Get a DIOR in your life, boo. Get you a Luxe queen. Let her put a little honey on you. Let her drip something on you, baby. Listen, maybe you'll have the experience in your mouth, in your bank account, and everywhere else. You'll get it, right?
Right. But you know what? That is so true, because I find myself in a circle of people that is really doing the doggone thing, right? And a lot of times people look at all the celebrities and this, but if you notice, celebrities hang with like-minded celebrities, right? So our business, you have to hang with a crowd of people that want it for you, that you want it for yourself, and we're just going to be accountability partners for each other. And so, and also make sure now, before we all stepping out and we are the best to ever do it, make sure that you have your business in line, because what you don't want, and see, these are the words that I talk with Paula, okay, the strategist, y'all know who she is, right? Make sure that when you step out, you have your S Corp, your C Corp, your LLC, whatever it is, your EIN, all of your paperwork together, because guess what? Just like everybody wants to see you win, there are some people that don't want to see you win, and they will try to find any and every little thing just to say, oh, you ain't got all your stuff together. Oh, you saying this and that. So before you do anything, make sure that you have your business in line. If it's a trademark, get it trademark. If it's a slogan, if it's anything, if it's your brand and you know it's about to be the best, make sure that you have your paperwork in order before you continue. Like that is really critical, because before we started, we had everything all the way down from our S Corp, because we're a corporation. We had our EIN, we had our Dun and Bradstreet number. We had all of these things in place. So when we stepped out, because we knew that people were going to be like, who are y'all? What y'all think y'all doing? This is not your world. But we let them know this is our world, okay? Because this is what we do. Then we were good to go. And I just need people to understand that in business, yes, we always see the glitz and glam of everything, but it's the backdrop. It's the back work that you put into it to get it to where it is. That's all.
Boom, right there. DIOR, thank you so much for bringing that point up. And she was referring to Paula Haddon Bannis, baby, of Synergizing Results. If you need somebody to help you, then you can connect with her. And then once you get that business going, to connect with DIOR so she can lux your brand and all of those things as well. And then make sure that you, if you are not, join the SheEO district. Listen, get around like-minded women who are connected and want to see you win and will help you to, position yourself the right way. This is a great, when they say sow seeds in fertile ground, this is it. This is one of
Yes.
them. Get connected into the SheEO district. Go to the SheEOdistrict.com where you can join the community, but also, come on, Kelly A. Bourne, she didn't put it up here, baby, the SheEOdistrict.com. Go to the SheEOdistrict.com and get connected with what we're doing. And while you're there, if you have a business, go ahead and sign up for Center Stage. Be the SheEO who is being represented and spotlighted on the center stage. We do this on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Excellent way. Y'all see, bless you. You see Jordan came on here and told y'all about flying in the air, baby, in the car, baby. Listen, somebody called you a little girl and all those things. But she also came back to give you some good advice about business. That's what it's about. The visibility. I'm telling you, it will take you a long way. Please look at the bottom of the screen. If you are not following Honeybee Honey, please make sure Truth Honey DIOR is somebody you need to be connected to. Get connected today. Go to SheEOdistrict.com. Make sure you register for the center stage so they can hear from you next time, right? Until then, ladies, let's have a phenomenal, strong end of the year. Because when I tell y'all 2023 is that Jordan year, baby, if you don't know about it, you better read about it. Understand, honey, not just Michael Jordan will be great. We all about to blow up and be great in 2023.
Okay.
Believe it. Believe it.
Believe it.
Right, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.